This does not take me back, okay? This does not take me back to my 13-year-old self. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Today, we are going to be doing something very exciting. As you can already tell by the title, I am going to be doing a full face of very affordable cosmetics. Today's brand is going to be Natural Collection Cosmetics. I believe all of their products are under £3, I think. I don't think there's a product that is over £3, not quite sure. With this brand, I have only ever tried their mascaras, and honestly, I thought back in the day that their mascaras were like the best mascaras that I had ever come across, because they just made my lashes look 100 times better, because as we all know, my lashes are abysmal. I do not have full natural beautiful lashes. Back in the day, these mascaras made my lashes look so long and so defined. So I thought that I would go back in time and try this brand again. So without me rambling on, let's get into the video. So the first product that I picked up was a hydrating and radiance primer. This looks very dark in the tube. I'm assuming it's like a glowy, gives you a nice sheer finish, because yeah, it definitely looks as if it's, I don't know, I don't want to say it has glitters in there, but it definitely looks sort of like pearlescent. So this is what it looks like on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to apply this with my fingers. This is really nice and hydrating actually. I thought it was going to be like super dry. Do you know when you get like, obviously your cheap primers, and yeah, it just looks really dodgy in the tube, and when you start applying it, it's really dry and it just cakes everywhere. I thought that that's what this was going to be, but in all honesty, this feels really nice. Feels really hydrating. It definitely gives my skin that dewiness, which is really nice. So the next product I'm going to try is their long lasting foundation. So this is in the shade Porcelain, but again, it kind of looks really dark in the tube, slightly orange. But this is a long-lasting foundation that glides onto the skin, leaving smooth, medium coverage for up to 15 hours. It is slightly darker than my skin tone, but honestly, I feel like everything is nowadays because I'm so pale. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply it with a makeup brush. And I'm just going to put it on the same way I put everything on, just dabbing it lightly into the skin. I think I will have to maybe put on another layer just to see the coverage, because it does say it's medium coverage, but I feel like it's more of a light to medium coverage. It's definitely giving me, like I said, light to medium coverage. I wouldn't say this is a medium coverage. I'm gonna put on just another layer just to see if it makes much of a difference, just to see if it's buildable. So I've just put on another layer. I would say it's definitely buildable. I generally thought it was gonna be super orange for my skin or super dark. Do let me know if you've tried this brand below. What are your thoughts? So the next product is their liquid concealer, and this is in the shade Fair. I am going to apply it just underneath the eye area. So I've just turned the exposure down a little bit because I don't know if it was too light. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend this in using the exact same brush that I did for the foundation. This is blending in quite nicely. It's not picking up any of the foundation. It's blending in really nicely. It does, however, dry really quickly, so it is picking up the foundation around my eye area. Just going to use my finger to sort of blend in the rest of my eye, just so it sort of adds like a bit of heat to it, so it doesn't stick and it doesn't lift up the foundation. So in all honesty, I don't think I can see much of a difference with the concealer. You can still see my pigmentation, you can still see my blemishes, and yeah, it's definitely a fast drying formula. I should have done my eyes first because that's where I applied it first. So the next product is their bronzer. This is just a lightly tinted powder with subtle frosting. Okay, so I think this is in the shade, yeah, this is in the shade Copper. I sort of tried to go for like the lightest shade. Probably using the wrong brush here, but oh well. I think this is definitely the right shade for me. I always get nervous when it comes to purchasing a bronzer because I'm just too scared of it being too orange or just too dark for my skin. So I do tend to go for the lightest one. I'm not even sure if you can see that. Can you see the fact that I've just put bronzer on? I think you can definitely see it on this side, but honestly, like, this is the worst side when it comes to pigmentation. So I don't know if it's sort of collected in that area. I think this powder is really nice for it to be buildable. I definitely like a buildable powder, which I think this is definitely giving me. The next product, which I'm probably gonna use the same brush for. So this is their blush. Again, it's an embossed powder and this is in the shade Apricot Dream. It's definitely very pink. So I don't know what the pigment is going to be like. It's definitely very pink on the brush, so... Oh. Yeah, okay, this is definitely... May have to do a bit of damage control with this. Yeah, definitely way over pigmented. Quite nice. Really like the shade. So the next product, I didn't know whether to put this on first because usually it's sort of like your last step, but it is a cream product. So this is their highlighter stick. Definitely reminds me of the e.l.f. Multi-purpose sticks because again it's just one of those twist up ones. So this is a highlighter. This is in the shade Coral Glow. I thought this would go really nicely with the blush. So I'm hoping, because I've put powder everywhere and I've done a bit of damage control, that it's still gonna go well. So I'm just gonna apply this directly onto my skin. That looks as pigmented as the blush. That is insane. Okay, I definitely feel like that is a highlighter blush hybrid. Maybe you can just use the highlighter, but it does match the blush really nicely actually. The next product is the tinted brow gel. I was meant to pick up one of their eyebrow pencils as well, but honestly I forgot. So I am just going to quickly fill them in with the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim Pencil. So I'm trying to look in the viewfinder and apply it using my mirror at the same time, just so you can sort of see a difference. But with my eyebrows, I definitely need to sort of reshape them and pluck them a little bit, because as you can see, it's sort of done this rogue hair at the front. So I definitely feel like one eyebrow looks different to the other. With this brow gel, I feel like it's a very wet formula, so it is kind of out of control with it sort of bleeding onto your skin and it just sort of colour blocking your eyebrow. So I feel like once the formula just dries out a little bit, then it's going to be more manageable. The next, I'm just going to do my eyes. I'm just going to go straight in with mascara. I did get two types because I just wanted to test them both. So the first one I got was the Definition mascara and the other one I got was the Volume mascara. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply one to one eye and one to the other, show you the difference, and then I'm just going to switch and apply the others onto the other side. Hopefully it won't look too different, but I just wanted to see the difference. So the first one I'm going to try is the Definition. So these are definitely the mascaras that you need to apply like 101 layers. I will do a close-up once I've applied the other one to the other side, just to see if you can see a difference. But honestly, this does not take me back, okay? This does not take me back to my 13-year-old self who thought that the Natural Collection mascaras were the best invention ever. This is more of like your basic, very natural, obviously, mascara. I'm just going to apply another layer before I apply this one, but I feel like they're definitely not the same, unless when I was 13 years old I just thought, wow, look at my lashes, it's got mascara on them. And then I'm quickly just going to do this on the other side, and then I'll show you a close-up of them both. Here is a super close-up of my skin. So on this eye I have the Definition. I feel like this one definitely clumped on the second layer, and yeah, it definitely makes my lashes look a lot thicker. And then on this side I used the volume one, which I agree with. This is just 2 layers as well. As you can see, this one's the thicker side because it is Definition, and then this side I feel like in person they look longer than this side, but honestly you probably can't even tell. So I've just applied the opposites, if that makes sense. So I applied the Definition one on this one first, and then the volume on this one first, and then I switched them both around and applied again. I feel like the volume spreads your lashes out more, and with the Definition side it just clumped. I think they look the same though. My eyebrows definitely do not look the same. The last product that I picked up, I did forget to pick up a lip liner, I did forget to pick up an eyebrow pencil, and I did forget to pick up an all face powder. And I probably should have used setting powder. However, we're going to ignore that because we're just going to say this is dewy rather than greasy, you know? We can fix it afterwards. But the last product that I picked up was a lipstick. I think this is their Moisture Shine lipstick in the shade Raspberry. I wasn't sure what shade to get because honestly they all looked pretty intense. Do you know where on most websites when you pick a shade the main image changes to that shade so you can sort of see it a lot more? Boots, however, did not do that, so I could only see the shades from the names, which honestly didn't really match with the shades. I could only see them in the tiny little circle swatches that they give you because the main image did not change. It was the same colour throughout all of them, so I just went for something I thought would go with my blush. This is probably not the shade that I usually go for. Here is the final look. Like I said, the lip shade probably does not suit me. I don't think it suits me. It definitely sticks out like a sore thumb. It's not something I'm used to. It definitely is more on the pink side. But I've really enjoyed doing this video and trying on this makeup. I really hope you've enjoyed it as well. Again, comment down below if you've tried this brand, if you love this brand, if you hate this brand, if there's certain products from this brand that you don't mind using. I think all in all, looking back, like I'm definitely getting really dewy vibes, and I feel like that's a combination between the primer and the foundation. It's not oxidized. My skin just looks really fresh, really hydrated. It's not dry. I have no dry patches, and yeah, I think this has turned out pretty well. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please do give it a thumbs up if you did. If you don't already and you love watching my videos, please do subscribe, as I would love to have you, and I will see you next week with a brand new video.